Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is 10 gauge versus 12 gauge part 2. We're using the 835 and my Browning BPS. Starting with steel shot today. These chokes over here. Guys, that is $330 worth of chokes right there. We got 3 kicks and 1 Rhino 695. The choke we're using for the Browning today is a Kick 695 GT. This is a Rhino 695 for the 835. Those chokes actually together cost more than what I paid for the 835 and my H&R. I paid $175 for the H&R, $300 even for the Mossberg.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. That's a hefty price for them chokes, but they're great. Totally worth it. We're at 40 yards, roughly, like always. And yes, we'll get a rangefinder eventually.
You'll see me waste $80, throw it in the creek. You'll see me do it again.
I have the mod already in my Browning. We're starting with the steel shot, like I said. I have 1.5 ounce loads today with number 3 steel.
It's empty.
This is Tyler from the future. I think we forgot to mention the 835 has a 10 gauge bore. Same thing as the Browning, 775. So it is apples to apples. Same bore, same choke diameter, but one's a 10, one's a 12. The 835 is a 10 gauge shotgun that takes 12 gauge shells, if you want to look at it that way.
Well, alrighty guys, I want to start off by saying this is the 4th firing of this Shadot haul. We've been keeping track of it just to see how many times one really can go.
Yep, the crimp still looks good and everything.
But anyways, I just wanted to make note of that, but this is something different today. It's steel shot. We ain't shot much of it on camera, but we're going to today. At least this one and another one. The load is 35 grains of blue dot, TPS, 2 pedal, half cut, 1.5 ounces of number 3 steel. We're shooting it out of the 835 through a modified choke. I watched that wad tumble on the ground.
Recoil evaluation?
Not bad. 5th firing. Or no, this would be the 4th firing. It'd be the 5th time once he reloads it.
All right, let me see that. It's not going to focus. Come on. You can do it. I guess it can't do it, but it looks fine. We do have the Mossberg mark on the primer though. Can you tap the screen on that stupid primer? There you go, now you can see it. Mossberg marks. That's due to a large firing pinhole. That's all that is. Here's the wad, 2 pedal, full cut.
I don't know guys, can you see it? Kind of hard to see. But it pretty well covered it. And that's, like I said, 35, 40 yards. I feel like that's really good.
It is really good. I like it. I'm on the 10. My load is once fired Federal Black Cloud Hull 209A. And we have 40 grains of blue dot, TPS, 2 pedal, half cut, same as the 12 wad, 3/8 inch felt wad, 1.5 ounces of number 3 steel. I keep forgetting this thing's bottom eject. See how this does. Very little recoil. Hopefully this focuses. Hull looks great. Very, very nice. All right, hopefully you guys can see this pretty well, but once again, nice even coverage. No real patches in it except for right here, but that's kind of getting out of the core of the pattern. I believe that's just as good, maybe a touch better than the 12, I'm not really sure, but both of those are great loads.
Let's move on to some buckshot.
Yeah. Guys, I have some new sights on my 10 gauge. They are True Glow Magnum Gobble Dot. High vis. They are adhesive back. They clip right over the sight rib. 5/16 of an inch. Front one's orange. And they are very high vis.
Let's see here.
I think that's got it.
close.
Very nice sights.
Alrighty guys, we got here the BPS 10 with a Kicks 695. It's a Kicks GT, that is. Kicks Goblin Thunder. 35, 40 yards. The load is 40 grains of blue dot, a TPS wad that's been 4-pedal, 3/4 cut. It has a 1/4 inch fiber cushion wad in the bottom of it with 20 pellets, 31 cal, single lot buck, and original buffer. Let's see if I can't miss this completely. Hull looks good.
Yeah.
Primer don't look too flat.
All looks good to me.
It patterned to this way a little bit, to the right. Of course, that was me, but still, anyways, I guess it ain't horrible. It's kind of weird. It strung them a little bit, but there is 18 on paper here. Then, no, 17 on paper. There's 18, 19. We're missing 1 out of the 20. Overall, it ain't horrible though, I don't reckon.
No, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, if I
It's
could have
pretty
put it
tight.
right there instead of right there.
It did string them a little bit right here, but it's a pretty tight pattern. We have one flyer down here though, and no idea where that 20th pellet is.
I'd say it went with this one somewhere.
Probably so. All right, guys, I'm on the 835 now. Taking all bets now. Will this outdo the 10? We have a 695 Rhino. The Kicks was a 695 too in the BPS. The load is a 3-time fire Shadot hull. We have 34 grains of blue dot Shadot primer. TPS White Lightning, 1/8 inch of fiber cushion wad, 20 pellets of 31 cal single lot, and original buffer. See how it does. Nice and mild recoil. Hull looks great. When I load it again, or he loads it, it'll be 4th time firing. Primer looks great, all that good stuff. Solid load. Let's see how it patterned.
Guys, it outdone the 10 gauge.
It looks like we finally have a 12 gauge load that outdid the 10 a little bit. We have all 20. There's a double here and a double here, and there's 17 right here, and there's the 20th pellet. That's a pretty good pattern. It looks to be a little bit tighter than the 10. Awesome. Good job, 835.
Yep. Let's see if you can't hold up to it. Alrighty guys, I once again got the 835 with the 695 Rhino choke in it. I will be shooting 28 grains of long shot. Cushion TPS wad that's been 4-pedal, 3/4 cut. It has 18 pellets of double lot buck in it with original buffer. 35, I feel like we're probably standing here anyways, closer to 40, but we'll say 35, 40 yards. Let's see how this one does compared to what he's getting ready to run out of the BPS. I'm hoping the old Mossy here's got it, but we will see. Oh, hold on a sec. Dog downrange. Ollie, let's see what we can't do here. Ever so slightest of the Mossberg mark on the primer. But other than that, brass looks good. Crimp looks good. Gun looks great as ever. Let's walk down here and see how it's done. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, there's 16.
16.
16 of 18. There's 4 right here, so I'll move the paper back a little bit. There's no tape there, like, you know, there's tape over the other holes. There's no tape here, like where there has been. There's 4 right there. Let me get that one to move the paper out of the way. There's 4. Anyways, 16 of 18.
Pretty good pattern. I don't know where this other 2 went though.
I I don't know. I don't see none on like the outsides of the boards.
don't either.
They've had to go on high, like continue the string up, I guess.
Yep.
I just thought it was cool. There's 4 flying there, 3 flying there. I was holding there, so I don't know. Let's see if the 10 gauge can outdo it.
All right, so we have a Winchester Hall, Winchester primer, 32 grains of long shot, TPS, 4 pedal, 3/4 cut, 1/8 inch of fiber cushion wad, 18 pellets of double aught, that's 33 cal, and original buffer, fold crimp. See how it does. You'll see the wad, once again, very mild recoil. The hull looks great. Primer's still round, all that good stuff. Awesome. Those were 1.25 ounce loads. All right, so I believe that one outdid the 835 a little bit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's pretty good. It's just as tight as the 835, but we have all 18. We don't have 4 in a little golf ball size hole though.
No. I feel like that's probably a better pattern, I guess.
Yeah.
Them real tight clumps like that are not necessarily a good thing. You guys ever wonder how you make confetti? I know this is my favorite way to make confetti. That poor board's getting chewed up.
Yeah.
That's all right though. I've got here 34 grains of long shot, TPS wad, 4 pedal, 3/4 cut with a 1/4 inch fiber cushion wad, 22 pellets of a 30 caliber #1 buck with original buffer out of a 10 gauge. Like normal, 35, 40 yards. Still running the 695 choke. Oh, let's see what it'll do. The recoil is very minimal. Hull looks fine.
That's another hull that's been reloaded 1,000 times.
We just shoot them till they don't.
Yep. Then I cut them down and make 2 7/8 inch.
I'm hoping that the 835 beats the 10 gauge in this one anyway. See, this pattern to me just ain't very good. That was 22 pellets of, what was that, #1 buck?
Yep.
22 pellets of #1 buck. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We got 19 out of 22, and I mean, it's kind of, I guess there's a few right here, but it's just kind of all over.
Yeah, it's a little bit spread out. You guys that like wider patterns, well, there you go. But we like tight patterns.
Yeah, I like throwing basketball-sized patterns.
Yeah. Last time we fired that load in the other video, part 1, that one did pretty good.
Yep.
All right, guys, we have a once fired Shaddad Hall Winchester primer, 28 grains of long shot, TPS, 4 pedal, 3/4 cut like always, 1/8 inch fiber cushion, 22 pellets of 30 cal, #1 buck, and we have original buffer. See what this does. Now, I'm taking a chance of falling here. I don't know why I did this. Oh! Pretty good pattern. Missed it. It looks great. No pressure signs. Here's the wad. It looks to be in great shape. It doesn't rip off the back of it like the kicks chokes do. Looks fine though. Let's see here. Again, that's a pretty wide pattern. Not what we're used to out of those guns. I don't know what it is. I guess they just don't like the 30 cal today. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Right there. All of them's on there. 2 of them are off paper. But yeah, a little bit wider spreads today with those loads.
Alrighty guys, last but not least for the 835, we have top tier 12 gauge. This is 43 grains of little gun, CB 1113, 2 3/4 ounces of 7.5 shot. And that's all there is to it. Let's see how it patterns. Still running it through this Rhino 695. I'll go ahead and tell you, I've shot a pile of these things at this point. They have recoil. This is not for recoil sensitive. They honestly on the verge of hurting, but that's okay. We do it for you. Oh, that one went click.
Sometimes that happens with that guy.
I hate that with these hot shells though.
Yep. Look at the primer real quick.
Light strike.
Yep. You know what that means? That gun needs a new hammer spring.
We can take care of that. We'll edit this out anyways, but.
Maybe, yeah.
Ah, poop, I hate that. I think it had a funny mark on the primer though. Imagine if it went off me not paying attention right now though. Yeah.
How's it look?
I give up on that one. They've hit it pretty good. It's got it dimpled into the center.
Yeah, I guess we got a bad primer.
Yep.
That's a first with Shadots. That's never happened before.
Right. Wouldn't be one of our videos if something didn't go wrong slightly.
Yeah. All right, so we have a 38 time fired Remington Hull 209A primer, 45 grains of little gun, the PT 1044 wad, 3 ounces of 7.5 shot. Oh, he's still down there.
You're good.
Okay. See how this does.
Yep, go.
The wad smacked the paper.
Did it?
Yeah. And the hull looks great. No pressure signs, as always, with these giant loads.
My ignorant hound would stay from downrange. Don't worry, guys. He was up on the bank up there when he shot. That's why you heard me say go. I was watching him.
So the pattern is awful. It didn't do what I expected it to at all. Normally these loads do amazing, but as you can see, look how nasty that is. It's terrible.
Big patches through it everywhere.
Yeah, it's totally not just a peppering of shot just all over this thing. Beautiful.
Man, in all honesty, that's probably 40 yards out, and it absolutely drenched the 2x4 area of that piece of paper. Now imagine if he's sitting there real patient like and let that old gobbler get in at 15 to 20 yards, he wouldn't have a head.
No, he'd take its head clean off. Now imagine this, but TSS. How tight that would be.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I'm going to give this one more go with the 835. Hopefully it goes off, but if it don't, then it's just a bad primer.
I'll go ahead and tell you guys, I don't like, usually if they go quick twice, I hate pulling the trigger a third time. I'm funny about that.
Right. No pressure signs. Looks great.
Yeah. I'm funny about that though, I don't know.
I think we need to replace the hammer spring.
Yeah, we can do that.
So I know this may be a little bit hard to see because we ran out of paper, but right here is the top half of the pattern. As you can see, it's a little bit more spread out than the 10 was, this versus this. But normally, again, they do way better than that. Here's the bottom half of it. The divide is right through here. There's the bottom half. You can see it's just a little bit less dense than the 12. I mean the 10, but there is a 1/4 ounce less shot.
Yeah. Flip that back up how we had it though. We wasn't thinking we had it folded up like that, so there's just enough paper to cover up the bottom of it. You can't really see them like that.
No.
But that's why he folds it down, and there's the 10 gauge pattern in the middle and 12 gauge on either side.
Yep.
We'll reshoot this one again. Obviously, we really like this load, so.
You guys have seen us fire a blue million of these by now. You guys know how they do.
See, there's the crease. If I put the camera like that, that's only 12 gauge pattern. That's half of the pattern too, though.
Yep.
So,
The other half's up here.
That will, guys. Well, alrighty, guys. I guess accidents happen. That tire was really old anyways, but the question really is, anybody interested in seeing me and Thomas struggle changing one of these things? I've changed little tires before, truck tires, never a tractor tire. Leave it down in the comments below. Let us know. Would you be interested in watching us struggle? If so, we'll take the time and film it.
Yep.
If not, just say so. Either way, it's got to be done. So. Well, guys, what do you think happened today? Did the 12 gauge win or did the 10 gauge win? Well, I guess if you watched the video all the way through to this point, you'd know, wouldn't you?
I personally think they were kind of on par with each other. There was one load with a number 1 buck. Neither one of them did too well, and I really can't explain that because part 1, like I said, the 30 cows did great. It's weird.
It is weird. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty, even match. One would do good with the 10 gauge, one would do good with the 12 gauge.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Overall, I had fun today anyways.
I did too. It's always fun shooting 10 and 12.
Yeah, learned a little bit.
Yeah. Thought we had a bad primer, but it turns out the gun may need a new hammer spring, the 835. We've had a few light strikes with that gun before, so that's what leads me to believe that.
Yeah, and it's more of a recent development. We've had that thing for a couple years now, but
yeah,
just recently, and it makes sense the number of rounds that's been through it, and so we'll address that issue.
The gun's roughly 30 years old, and we have put, I don't know, close to 1,000 rounds through it by now, and who knows how many rounds have been put through it before we owned it. It's probably about time for a new hammer spring.
Yeah. Well, the fun thing about the 1,000 rounds that we've put through it, if not more, I'd say at least half of them's been super mags.
Yeah.
Hot as hot can be.
We don't really ever shoot 2 3/4 through that gun or 3-inch unless we're shooting clays or we just, I forget my partner pump or some other 3-inch 12. But the 835 is usually reserved for 3.5-inch or super hot loads.
Yeah.
So it's probably about due time for some, tune up on it.
Right. I don't know. I want to say thanks for y'all for watching, though. Really appreciate it. We're slowly climbing into numbers.
Almost at 1,600 now.
Yep.
By the time you guys see this, we're probably past 1,600 subs, which is awesome. Wouldn't be here without you guys. If you guys can think of a part 3 to this, something, we can't think of with the 10 versus 12, let us know. We'd be happy to do some more. These videos are awesome.
Yeah. Like normal. Like
and subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment, you got any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. We both read them. We'll get back to you. If you want to, go check out our Patreon. It's $1 a month. Every penny we get goes right back into the channel. The link to that will be in the description below, along with our Instagram. It's at The Shotgun Scientist, and our Rumble channel. We do stuff on Rumble that we can't do here on YouTube.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I feel like it's been a pretty productive day. Any day you're out of the house and doing something's productive, I guess. Until next time, y'all be safe, have fun, and have a good one.
Yep. Let us know about that tractor tire.